Well, it's another anime rambling thing. I probably already have a name for this series up in the title, but by the time I'm recording this, I don't know what it is yet. But it'll be up there in the title. So anyway, the anime I'm here to talk about now is my first impressions of the mini movie series Code Geass Akito the Exile. I just finished episode one of of the series. I know up to like episode four is out there in circulation, as well as episode five is going to like air this year, which might be the end of the series, but I don't know. So anyway, Akito the Exile is a spinoff to the series Code Geass, which, funnily enough, I actually finished for the first time ever this year. Yes, but I've watched the original I've watched the original Code Geass series, and I've actually watched it like multiple times over the years. Like I never finished it, but this year I actually got around to finally watching the whole series from beginning to end, and I'm kind of glad I did because it's an enjoyable series and it had an ending that was well. While I was first watching it, I wasn't necessarily happy with it, but like rewatching it again from beginning to end, this is like it could not have ended could not have ended in any other way. So yeah, I like Code Geass. It's an enjoyable show. Um, though some moments I do think they pull stuff out of there. Though I do think, but I do think certain moments they kind of like pull things out of the ass. But I'm not here to talk about Code Geass. I'm here to talk about Akito the Exile, which is only like one episode. And I'm probably going to watch the next episode, and I'm probably going to give my remaining impressions of the series until episode 5 for each episode, probably as time goes. But anyway, how it goes is like this, is that the series, like, instead of taking place in, like, Area 11, which is Japan, the series, it takes place, we finally get to know about the other side, the other country that's in conflict with Britannia, the European Union. Um, so now we finally get to see the Western battlefront between Britannia and the other whatever, and it follows a special units score, which is called W0, the Assault Squadron W0. I mean, I don't think there's any special way to say it because, again, I don't know how the Japanese word says, but like, they had to get the name in zero somewhere, right? I think there was like an also offhand mention of the black. I think there was also like an offhanded remark about the Black Knights. I think, but all I have to say about it is that it's alright. I mean, again, it's the first episode in the series. It's the first episode, the first movie, and it left me with a. I mean, like it's like I'm gonna watch the second one. Like I'm not terribly invested in it, but like I'm not terribly detracted from it. And like that's the thing about it, though, is like it could be more interesting, but it could not be more interesting. But there are a lot of moments it feels like, why? Because I'm gonna say this now, it kind of reuses a lot of stuff to it, like, um, which if you know Code Geass and then you kind of like watch this, is like, oh, I see what they did there. Like, I'm not terribly too invested in this because I don't know much about Akito. I don't know much about this Marshall. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but I don't know too much about them other than they're part of this elite badass crew. And this Akito guy is basically, oh my fucking god, he is. He's basically shit. How do you say his name? I can't believe I forgot. Suzaku. That's who it was. Akito is basically a more cold Suzaku. And that's actually kind of funny considering. He's a more cold Suzaku, so it makes a whole much more sense. But it's like, it's alright. I mean, I'm going to keep watching it, but I don't expect it to blow my mind. I expect it to be like an alright companion piece to like a good series. Like, it's gonna be something that's not gonna like blow my mind, but whatever. It's just it's alright. I mean, like it animates pretty well. I mean, like some of the 3D models, like they're a little bit wonky. Like the nightmare frames, like the 3D models of nightmare frames from the past series is like they're all right, but like I kind of was like off-putted at them by first, and the most off-putting design is like the main nightmare design itself, which I never saw a full body of it. I didn't think it looked right, but then like I watched, it, I was like, it still does not look like it fits terribly too well in the world of Code Geass. I mean, like I know what they're trying to do here is have like the nightmare frame that the European Union designed all on their own, but I just don't think it fits because it's a little too like little too humanoid. Because even the most humanoid units in the original Code Geass, like the Shenho, Lancelot, or even the Vincent and all of its carbon copies, like they looked humanoid, but not the way like it looked. Like it, they still looked like they were night. They still had like the feel like, oh, they have a nightmare design to it. Not this one. I mean, like some of the other original nightmare designs, like I kind of did, like I kind of liked the more the more like the nightmare frame, the more important guys. Like I like those, like the ones with like the with the Roman, like ones with the Roman helmets. Like I like the designs of that because they seem like more complicated and it makes sense for them to have it. But um, it's just like, yeah, again, like the main nightmare or the main mech of the series. I'm not the biggest fan of its design of what they were trying to go with it. Um, it's just because it just doesn't like look right. It looks a little too lanky. It's a little too human. It's weird, but I think that's the only thing I can really detract from it is that that's the only thing that's really like hanging down is like the main nightmare is like you don't really like you see it for like the first half and then like it's gone. It's probably gonna come back in the second episode with a whole bunch of other ones that kind of look like it and whatever. But that's the main big detractor from it is the design. Beyond that, it's like it's all right. I just think that Akito the Exile is gonna retread like a lot of ground with it. And if you're wondering, yes, I have. I first heard about this when I was reading. I got bored. I was reading like fan wikis, and I know who shows up later and why. Why is a whole lot of why? Because whatever. So my biggest sorry for the weird ones, but my biggest expectation of the series is that at worst it's going to be an alright series that's not gonna blow any minds, and that's not gonna be. It's gonna be like a forgettable aspect of it that people's like, oh, this exists. Like people will remember Code Geass more because it's more of an interesting show. But you know, like worst case scenario, the show just like at best it's gonna retread water, but do it like not as good as the original series, or it's gonna retread water but do with it. Like that's my only real complaint about it, is like it feels like they're retreading water, and they're probably gonna keep doing it for a while. So whatever. This has been my rambling of Code Geass, Akito the Exile. I'll probably have more to say when I watch episode 2 of it. So far it's okay.